What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we conclude the Gauntlet Series for the Sony WH-1000XM6 headphones, and their final opponent in this one will be the Bowers Wilkins Px7 S2e headphones. Now, I know the S3s have been announced. I haven't been able to get those in yet, but once I do, I definitely will put these guys head to head against them. But I definitely did want to see how the XM6 handled the S2Es, in my opinion. So, as always, I'll leave links in the description of my unboxing videos for both if you're interested in seeing price specs and app breakdowns for both of these. I'll also leave links where you can pick up one or both of these headphones rather, if you're interested. All right, so without further ado, let's dive right into our challenge. All right, we're going to start off with the S2Es. We are in the Bowers Wilkins app. As you can see, we have them in pass-through mode. Real quick, just want to show you, they don't have like your classic graphic equalizer. They just have where you can gauge the bass and treble. So you can see this is how I have mine set. Okay. Again, I wish they did have a more better graphic equalizer, but it is what it is. All right, so we got that all set. Let's make sure we are at our optimum listening level. We are there. So let's go ahead and jump into our first song here. We're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and get our picture switched around because we're about to put these guys on. All right, here we go. Oh, let me go back in and make sure we turn noise canceling on. All right, noise canceling is turned on now. I keep looking at my top monitors here. Sorry about that. It's a force of habit. All right, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and swing into our first song. Now we are already at optimal listening level, so here we go. Song number 1, S2Es. Let's do it. All right, again, like the volume. Don't need to turn it down. Don't need to turn it up. Very clear. I like the soundstage. Nice and wide. The background vocalists sound very clear. Very nice. Again, you're getting all the nuance, the breathing, her breathing rhythms, the enunciation of the B's, P's, and T's. You're getting all that as well. Very clean. Again, the background vocalists got great spacing. They sound very clear. And them all together, all sounds great. And then a harmonizing comes in, sounding very, very clear. Man, just a really good sound on these. Let's go ahead and take these off. We're going to make sure that the XM3s, or excuse me, XM6. Wow, where I get XM3 from? The XM6 are powered on and they are connected. Let's double check that. Yep, they are connected. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into their app real quick. All right, let's go ahead and get the camera flipped around so you guys can see. Sorry about that. my camera work isn't spot on yet. All right, so here we go. As you can see, go into my EQ settings real fast, so you guys can see this is my EQ setting for the XM6. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that. Our song. Actually, first let's check our optimal listening level. Make sure we're where we should be. Yep. All right, now let's get into our first song. We're gonna pop on the headphones here. All right, let's flip camera so you guys can see me. All right, we're going to noise. Oh, hit the mic. Sorry about that. Noise canceling is turned on. I just went ahead and just hit the button here on the headphones. All right, I turned it off. Now it's on. Sorry about that. All right, so here we go. Song number one. Let me make sure. Song number one, XM6. Again, nice volume. Don't have to make any type of volume adjustments. Sounds very clean. Nice sound stage. Both the background vocalist and lead vocalist sound really good. Again, you're getting the nuance too. Her breathing rhythms. The popping sounds of the B's, the P's, the T's. Again, just her inhaling, exhaling. I didn't even put in my cutaway. Sorry about that. Yeah, I love how the background vocalists come in. They sound very clear. Fantastic. Sounds so good. Again, just a great sound, collectively and individually. If you focus on the lead vocalist and then the background vocalist, they sound very, very clean. Great first start for both headphones, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and switch over to our second song. All right, we are back in for song number two, our bass song. We got the S2 S2Es in. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get my camera flipped over. These naming conventions with these headphones. Let's get our cutaway. There we go. All right, so we got the S2Es on. Let's go. All right, right out the bat, nice solid bass. Good thump. The fade away, the low end fades away nicely. Absolutely love it. Very clean. E-Pain comes in, auto-tune smoothed out. Sounds really clean. I love that fade away. Rum just goes away nicely. Let's go ahead and turn this up. All right. Ooh. Oh, that punches. Oh, that bait. And that fade away. Clean. Ooh. Oh, I like that. All right, I like that. Let me go back down where I belong, but man, I like that. All right, E40 comes in, sounded nice and clear. Oh, sounds so nice. Man, got it up there to them higher volume levels. The bass did not get distorted. It sounded real, real clean. And that fade away was just, the low end fade, it was just wonderful. Fantastic. I couldn't have done that all day because my ears would probably have been ringing if I'd have stayed up there at that higher volume level. But even at my preferred level, I got good volume. I didn't really need to turn it up. I got the bass that I wanted, the reverb. Fade away was fantastic at that volume level. The lyricists sound nice and clean and clear. The auto-tune smoothed out. It was right where I needed it. All right, let's go ahead and take these off. And we're going to jump on with the XM6. Make sure these guys are on. I think, yeah, they timed out on me. All right, here we go. Let's get them back up. All right. I think we're good now. All right, we'll back it up. All right, here we go. Final song, well, bass song, not the final song, but the bass song with the XM6. Let's go. Very clean. Like that punch with the bass. Fade away is nice. Very clear. Nice. I like the clarity. of the of T-Pain. Again, all the tunes smoothed out, but the vocals are very clear. All right, let's go ahead and turn this up. Ooh, okay. Oh, very clean. I love the low end, the reverb fadeaways, nice. All right, E40 comes in, sounding very clear. Let me go back down where I belong. Oh, it sounds so good. All right, again, even at higher volumes, again, just like the S2Es, the bass quality did not distort. The fadeaway was fantastic. Sound nice and smooth. Uh, and I love that. Man, this is a really good head-to-head. These guys are doing a fantastic job, 1v1. All right, let's go ahead and get in to our third and final song of this Gauntlet series. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in for our final song. We are going with the our Mozart classical all instrument song here. So let's go ahead and get our cameras flipped around so you guys can see me. All right, let's get our cutaway going. Here we go. We got the S2Es in. Let's do it. All right, right off the bat, nice crisp violins. I'm liking that cello in the back, giving that nice little subtle rumble. Man, this sounds great. Oh, and I love the cello, how it just gives you that little oomph in the back. Again, I like the soundstage too. Nice and wide, got good separation. But man, this the more I listen to this, the more I learn to appreciate it, especially when you listen with different headphones. Yeah, very clear. How crisp these guys are, man. Just the detail, very nice. Just the detail in this song. Don Giovanni as the name of the song. But man, just the crispness and the detail between all the instruments is really showing up in this one, in these headphones. They sound really good. All right, let's go ahead switch these out for the XM6 headphones. All right, did a quick test. Make sure we go in there. We're going to back it up. All right, here we go. Final song, XM6. Let's do it. All right. Again, nice, crisp violins. Man, they sound so good. Very clear. And then the cello just bringing it, not quite bringing up the rear for me, but man, I love that low end. Sounds so clean. Yes. Man, again, soundstage nice and wide on these. The clarity is fantastic. I mean, if you have any or all of these songs, join me when I do these tests. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, very clear. Just sit back and just listen to these, man. Just the level of detail. Very, very nice, man. These sounds. Oh man, this has been a really good final episode of this Gauntlet series. That just sound wonderful on both. All right, let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. We'll talk about these two headphones and we'll pick our winner of this finale. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in, and this was a great head-to-head finale for this Gauntlet Series for the Sony 1000, excuse me, WH-1000XM5. Let's get that, or XM6. There I go. They let's get that clear. The Sony WH-1000XM6 headphones. Their final opponent in this one is the Bowers Wilkins Px7 S2e headphones. And like I said, this was a great finale between these two. They sound wonderful. Let's go ahead and break it down on all three levels. First off, on the first song, both of them gave me nice clarity, crispness to the vocalist, lead and background. They gave me all the nuanced details from the lead vocalist, especially her breathing rhythms, her enunciation of words, and everything in between. There was some echoing notice also. I didn't mention during the listening session, but I did pick up on some echoing as far as, in the song, which was good, which was really good in the detail. I picked it up more so on the S2Es than I did on the XM6, but it was definitely present there. Again, nice sound stage, nice spacing between the vocalists as well, and I just wow at the clarity of the background vocalists and lead vocalists on these headphones. All right, now moving on to our second song, our bass song. Both of them gave me that nice, punchy, thunderous bass with that smooth fadeaway on the with the low end, the reverb rather. I liked it more on the S2Es in comparison to the XM6. I think the bass was a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more punchier on the S2E, especially when I moved it up to a higher volume level. They maintain their aggressiveness, their punchiness, didn't get distorted, and it just sound much better even at a higher volume level. The XM6 did a fantastic job too. Even at a higher volume level, they did not distort, the bass did not distort or anything like that. It's just when I'm comparing these two, I liked how how clean the bass sounded and more powerful the bass sounded on the S2Es. The lyrics, of course, both of them did a fantastic job smoothing out the auto tune on T-Pain's lyrics, but still keeping them clean and clear so he can hear and understand what he's saying. Same thing goes for E40, not the auto tune portion, but how they kept it nice and clean, clear, crisp, so you can understand, hear every word, every syllable, and nothing sound muffled at all with those. It sound very, very nice. All right, going over to our final song, our classical song with Mozart. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Both of them did a fantastic job with the violins, great spacing. Soundstage was nice and wide. Again, when you get into like the low end with the cello, I think the S2Es did a better job of representing that low end bass chords in comparison to the XM6, which did a great job in its own right. But it just seemed like the low end mood was sounding a little bit better on the S2Es. But other than that, they both did a wonderful job. So if I had to walk out the door and I had to pick up one of these if I'm going and I have to take one of these with me, it's going to be, yeah, everybody know they're going to say, but what about the noise canceling on the XM6s? Yes, they're great. But if we doing on sound alone, I'm gonna have to go with the S2Es. I think they sound better. They just do. I just think they sound clearer. Although, like I said, the XM6, great improvement in sound with these. Of course, you got that legendary Sony bass and everything, but the sound has definitely improved on these guys. But I have to go with the S2Es on this one. I'm gonna call these guys my winner. Now, even with noise canceling being the best, some of the best, one of the two best on the XM6, that's not the whole picture. when it comes to headphones. And I think you got decent noise canceling on the the S2Es, but the sound is better in my opinion. Overall, it's better on them than on the XM6s. And so they will get my win here in this finale. So to wrap things up, the winner, Bowers Wilkins Px7 S2e headphones. This has been a fantastic Gauntlet Series for the XM6 headphones. They've really come to show and prove. They definitely are a standout pair of headphones coming into, well, here in 2025. But they still got some ways to go when you start going up against some of the higher end headphones on the market. So great, fantastic. I actually love both of these, and I will, of course, they're being my rotation heavy as anyway. But that will wrap up this Gauntlet Series episode and the series in general. If you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. I'm telling you, I got a lot coming up. We got the mid-year top fives and top tens. I'm just going to do top fives for the mid-year and save my top tens for the end of the year. I finally made that decision. So we got the mid-year top fives. We've got some unboxings coming up. I finally went ahead and broke down, and I picked up a pair that I thought in my mind, I would not get. And I went ahead and do that. That video was definitely coming up this week. So you definitely want to make sure you're subscribed and notified and hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when that video drops. It's good. I'm kind of skeptical on it, so this is gonna be a lot of fun going through it with me as I do the testing and everything for these earbuds. They're earbuds. I'm just going to give you that much. They're earbuds, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And also got a surprise unboxing coming also this week. So other than that, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Other than that, you definitely want to stay tuned. All right. So again, I will see you. Thank you for coming out. First off, spending some time with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.